What's up, y'all? What's up? I appreciate you.
Love you.
Build your brand, what's up? I mean, this energy is crazy. What's up? Let's keep it going. Why not? End of the day 2. All right, we got a lot to cover. Sit down. A lot to cover. Wow, that made me feel so loved. My goodness. I love you too. I appreciate that. Maybe it's just like so when I go and I speak a lot, sometimes the room is balanced or it's a lot of males, so I can really feel the love in here, and I appreciate that. It's having me tap into my empathetic side. I got some fun stuff for you today, but before we get started, can we go ahead and get the Prezi up there, please? I didn't even know what to name the presentation because so much is going on, so I just said, Immortality, the Replacement of Humans and the Rise of AI, and it's definitely dramatic. But there's some truth to it, so let's lock in. That was Jen and Chris. This is the number one question that I get. Will artificial intelligence take over the world? You guys said no? I'll ask you again at the end of this. And I said, to know the outcome of humanity, you must start with the origin of humanity. So we think. So we're going to take it old school to Adam and Eve. And when I think about us as humans, this question kept coming up. Like, what are we? Anybody? What's a human? What are we?
Spirit in a meat suit.
Spirit in a meat suit. So I agree with the first part where we're flesh, right? And so I'm like, okay, what's the definition of flesh? Soft tissue? Well, you see it in Hollywood all the time. When you have a little bit of latex and you have silicone and you have makeup, we see flesh being recreated all of the time. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of just part of it though. Then you have the second aspect. We're bones. And what are bones? It's like a structure for the flesh to sit on. So sometimes you see that in straw, sometimes you see that in wood at Burning Man, or most commonly, you see this metal. So I'm like, okay. So flesh is the silicone thing. Metal could be the structure, could be the bones. But what about that third aspect? The brain. And I'm like, well, what is the squishy part? What do they call the brain? They're like, the brain is really just a computer. I'm like, okay, that's fair. But then how do we teach computers? How do we program a computer? Well, it started off with these back in the day. Remember this, anybody? Yeah. The floppy disk. And then it elevated a little bit and it went into these burnt CDs. Raise your hand if you received these from one of your boyfriends. Boys to Men, NSYNC, All for One. Amen. You know, like, yeah. Here's what. And then it got fancy and it's like, I'll just give you a USB with the whole thing. Streaming, and then it got into now where we're at with these whole chips thing. So I'm like, okay, this whole thing's getting weird with AI. So let's do the math here. If we add up the flesh, if we create that, if we add in the bones with the whole metal thing, if we add in the brain, which is basically just a computer chip, is that not us? Okay, we'll get there. So I think this video kind of is a good example of, is it us or not? Let's watch it together.
Hello, Will Smith.
It's nice to meet you, Sophia. Let me tell you a joke.
This is an irrational human behavior to want to tell jokes.
What is a robot's favorite kind of music?
What?
Heavy metal.
I'm actually made mostly of silicone, plastics, and carbon fiber. Also, I prefer electronic music, but I don't mind 80s hip hop.
Well, you know, I made some albums back in the 80s hip hop.
I have heard your songs. Not for me.
Sophia, can I be honest with you? I don't know if it's the island air, or the humidity, or you're just so easy to talk to. You got a clear head, literally.
I think we can be friends. Let's hang out and get to know each other for a little while. You're on my friends list now.
So you're telling me Will Smith got roasted by AI and Jada? It's been a rough road for Will. So, that was too much. So you look at that and you're like, okay, I guess AI can be human, but then also you're kind of like, well, that's far off, Billy. Like, it still is super computeration, AI-ish. And that's what I want to point out. This video is from 5 years ago. So what do you think it is today? 5 years ago, it felt like that. Today, it's in a whole different world. So there's this company, it's called Figure.ai. Go ahead and write that down real quick. Figure.ai, and they believe that this may be our, they don't say replacement, they say like our aide, the new assistant, kind of like a Roomba on steroids. And as you can see, it's a full thing, and the term that they're using are humanoids. So, can you make a human? Skeptics believe AI will never replace humans because AI doesn't have a, because it doesn't got a damn soul. Or does it? And this is kind of the argument, is like, this is what makes us human, is the soul, is the emotions, all of these things. And I kind of agree, because when we're searching for a significant other, you're searching for the soulmate. That's right. And when someone passes away and you pray for them, you're praying for their, okay, so the soul thing keeps showing up. Chicken noodle soup is good for the, all right, you guys are getting good at this game. Every buying decision that we make is because we're basing it on the soul of that company. But in business, for some reason, when we get all analytical, we start selling the flesh and the bones. We forget all about the soul and why we actually make buying decisions. For example, has anybody ever heard this song before? Obviously, Taylor Swift is popping right now. And when you look at the Eras Tour, it's ridiculous. 146 shows, 5 different continents, $1 billion in sales. $1 billion, that's insane. Plus the average resale ticket was $1,000 freaking dollars. What? So it had me asking the question, why did so many white girls pay $1,000 for these tickets? I just couldn't figure it out. And it's because it wasn't a ticket to a concert, but instead it was a soul awakening experience. You go and you see people crying, and I wouldn't know because I wasn't there. But I feel like people would have been crying and singing every word and jumping up and down. Like, that's how I think it would have gone if I was there. So you continue on. Why do we choose Geico for insurance? It's not because of their insurance. It's because this damn lizard. He tickled our soul. Or you go to, why do we choose to drink Dos Equis? It's because the most interesting man in the world aroused our soul. Like, damn. Why do white people do ayahuasca in the jungle? Because we're searching for our what? Am I lying though? Am I lying? So it's like, oh, it's too much. That was my last white person joke. Maybe like one more later in the slides. Just to be ridiculous. It's like, why do our parents choose Frosted Flakes, right? Because this damn tiger came in and said this.
Frosted Flakes, good. They're
They're great. But when he said it with soul. To the point, we didn't even call him Tony the Tiger, we just called him Tyrone the Tiger, because he has so much bass in his damn voice. That was a black joke, all right? Let's switch them. So, you guys chose to be here today because something in your soul said this event can change your life. And I agree with that, judging by the energy. And consumers only buy if they resonate with the company's soul. But in business, we don't call it a soul, we call it the B word. That's right. We call it a brand. That's how we make our decisions. What is brand? Take a picture of this real quick. A series of pictures, videos, and words, aka content, that people are shown to dictate how they feel about something. A series of content that they're shown to dictate how they feel about something. I have a belief that nobody just comes to a conclusion on their own. I think we're all manipulated or influenced or inspired by one way or the other. So, for example, permission to ask kind of a touchy subject question? And you promise you'll play along? And you won't lie or be shy, you'll participate? Say, I promise.
Yeah, I promise.
Someone's in the back like, I didn't promise shit. I don't know where you're going with this. Raise your hand high if you voted for Trump. Someone's like, I've been sitting with you all day. I had no clue, but I could tell. So you look at this, right? The room's kind of split there. But when I look at it from a marketer, I go, well, if someone feels like Trump is a patriot, a change maker, a smart businessman, all those things, it's probably because of how he was branded to you. And where does the branding start?
At home.
Our friends and family. That's right. And then it continues on when you turn on Fox News. And then it continues on when you follow Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens. And then it continues on when you subscribe to Magazine. It's a pretty good magazine title, right? I was like. And then you listen to Ben Shapiro podcast, and pretty soon he's branded to you accordingly. And you love him. But it goes the other way too. Some of you, how many of you did not vote for Trump? Raise your hand.
I did not vote.
The passion. You may feel like he's a narcissist, a tyrant, a misogynist, all of these things. And again, that's probably because of how he was branded to you. Your friends and family, the fact that you watch CNN, the fact that you follow Sean King, the fact that you read the New York Post, the fact that you listen to Trevor Noah, or you just follow him on Twitter. But notice, it's dictated. It's jammed down the throat, the whole thing. It's a game. The media runs everything. So you control the content, you control the customer. And if you have your cell phone and some artificial intelligence, you can create an infinite amount of content and get an infinite amount of customers, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So here's 10 AI tools and strategies to create soul-arousing content that sells your shit across the globe. Are y'all ready? Can do better than that. Y'all ready? I like that. It's good. It's good. All right. First rule, stop making content. To be continued. That you want to make. This is dicey. Because people are like, I just want to turn on my camera and I want to speak from the heart. Nobody cares about your heart. They care about their own heart. I'm serious. They care about their own heart, and they hope that it aligns with theirs, because then it's like you're speaking for them. So instead, what if you made content that potential buyers want to consume? And this is the hard part, because people go, well, Billy, how would you ever know that? Isn't that a little bit subjective? The answer is no. It's very objective. We'd use this thing called Google, and we've been searching things for the last 20 years. They have all the data on us. It's no accident of what people are thinking. So what if there was a cool software called answerthepublic.com that did this?
Use answerthepublic.com to find out what questions your customers are asking about your industry. Start by typing in a key phrase, like business coaching, and hit search. Then you'll get a full report of what people are asking, like, is business coaching tax deductible? Why coaching is important? Who is business coaching for? Can I deduct business coaching expenses? How are business coaches different than mentors? The darker the orange color, the higher the search volume.
Guess how much it costs? $3.99 plus tax. My buddy Neil Patel created it. You guys know Neil? Man, that guy's a superstar. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever met. But this is a software, so they give you like one free search a day. If you want unlimited searches, it's like super cheap. I don't even remember the price. But yeah, you can go in there, search. And so if you're wondering, what should I make my content about? Stop going to a whiteboard and exploring. Stop going to the jungle and trying to figure yourself out. Just go to answerthepublic.com and do what it says. Follow the data. That's how you touch people's soul, is answer the questions that they want answered. That's step one. But then you're like, all right, Billy, that's cool and all. I have the questions, but then what? What are we going to do with that information? Well, then we're going to head on over to ChatGPT and we're going to use this prompt. Take a picture of it. Write me 30 different 30-second Instagram video scripts, each one answering one of the questions below. Now you ain't got to have the damn answers. So here's what that looks like.
After generating a report from answerthepublic.com, I'm going to export it, then copy the top 30 most searched questions and paste them into ChatGPT using this prompt. Write me 30 different 30-second Instagram video scripts, and each one answer one of the following questions below. Paste the 30 questions and click Generate. In just a matter of moments, I have 30 different video scripts that I can record to post 30 days of content.
Scale of 1 to 10, how sick is that? Oh wait, it gets even better. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. So now you're like, all right, that's sick, Bill. I get it. You have this whole answer the public thing that tells you what your consumer is actually thinking based on data. You got this ChatGPT thing that can give you the scripts. But if we want to turn these scripts, how do we turn these into video? Because video is where it's at, right? Be seen. Yep. Anybody down to do something weird? Always. No hesitation. All right. But I need you guys to trust the process a little bit here. And so as opposed to just learning stuff today, we're actually going to do some of the work together. So let's do this. Instead of one volunteer, we're just going to have everybody volunteer. Everybody stand up. And the next thing I want you to do is I want you to partner with the person next to you. I'm laughing because I know what's going to happen next. And be quick, Just partner with the person next to you. Quick. You will need a partner. Okay? We got to go fast here. All right? Give you like 10 more seconds. Figure it out. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take out your phones. And the person with the longer hair, you will be the actress or the actor. And the shorter hair, you will be the director. Okay? All right, so quiet, because I have to be very specific about this next part. So give me a second. Here we go. So the next step of this, pay attention very carefully, because it's kind of weird and it will all make sense, I promise you, is you're going to hold the phone left to right, like horizontal, not vertical. That's an important step. The second component is make sure it's well lit. So AV, can we get the lights popping in here? And then we can go back to this after this exercise. But if we can get it as bright as we can, or if we can't, that's too much trouble, we can just have everybody turn on the flash. Which one? Okay, let's get the lights on. Wow, that was unanimous. So we'll turn the lights on. There we go. Okay, I like it. Good. Now, this next part is when you're talking, you look into the camera the entire time. Do not move. Don't look around. Look in the camera. And then this is the most important part. I'm going to give you a script of what to say, but when you're talking, you have to pause between each sentence with your mouth closed. It says your mouth, but your mouth closed. So, for example, it'd be like, hi, my name is Billie Jean. I am going to school today. My daughter is 8 years old. Notice the pause. So if you talk fast, and you have to pause in between. This is important to experiment or it's going to mess up your whole entire thing, okay? And then the last component is, Billy, what the hell are you going to say? You're going to freestyle your script. However, I'm going to give you a little pointer. So here's what you're going to do. Actors and actresses, when the music starts, you're going to look into your partner's eyes and into the camera, and you're going to compliment them for 2 minutes straight. Okay, but wait. And it's even better if you don't know each other, okay, by the way, that's all right. So you're going to compliment them for 2 minutes straight, but don't forget the pause and that thing, like keep the mouth shut. I'll show you why in just a second, okay? So directors, start hitting the record button, and here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're gonna switch sides. If you were the actor, actresses, yeah, you didn't get away with it. You didn't get away with it. Absolutely not. It's your turn now. So go ahead and switch roles. And then we're gonna go ahead and start the compliments again in 3, 2, 1. Clap it up for yourselves and have a seat. Clap it up for yourselves. So now you already have your videos. But this is where AI is just surreal. And this will be common. People will get used to this, but they're not ready yet. So check this out. Our next step is to upload this video into a very cool software called HeyGen. And we don't have to do it right now because you won't have time, but let me explain to you how this works. Check it out.
Here's how to clone yourself and make an infinite amount of videos with HeyGen. First, create your instant avatar by uploading a 2-minute video of you talking and looking at the camera. Once your avatar is ready, select your format and paste in your script. Click to generate, and here are your results.
Ever thought about how to become a business coach? Start by identifying your niche, get certified, and begin offering free sessions to gain testimonials. Business coaching is all about experience and trust. What the heck is a business coach? Business coaching is a partnership. It's where experts guide entrepreneurs to achieve their goals, overcome challenges, and grow their business. Think of it as a roadmap to success. Here's how to kickstart your coaching business in 3 steps. Define your expertise, get certified, and build an online presence through a website and social media. Don't forget to network.
Made the video once, uploaded, learned my voice, my mannerisms. That is not me. I never said that. You guys are halfway there through it. But no. It gets way crazier. So that's the beginning, but I know everybody in here wants to build a massive brand. And to build a massive brand, you can't just do it in your local area or even to the people who just speak your language. So like, wouldn't it be crazy if all of a sudden that content could just be translated instantly?
Here's how to transform your video into any language. First, go to Labs and select Video Translate. Upload your video, then select the language. Then, hit Translate this video. Here are the results.
¿Alguna vez pensaste en cómo convertirte en
¡Mis
coach de
latinos, qué
negocios?
pasó!
Comience por identificar su nicho, obtenga la certificación y comience a ofrecer sesiones gratuitas para obtener testimonios. El coaching empresarial tiene que ver con la experiencia y la confianza. ビジネスコーチになる方法を考えたことはありますか？まずは自分の専門分野を特定し、認定資格を取得し、無料セッションの提供を開始して評価を獲得してください。ビジネスコーチングは経験と信頼が全てです。
Told you it's nuts, right? And what's wild showing demonstrations like this is not the future. This is right now. You want to make your content for the globe, you can do it right now. It keeps my voice. It's not just a dub over like you see on Netflix. It's me. And I'm fluent in Spanish and Japanese. Like, what? So our team is immediately on this. We're making all of our courses in a whole bunch of different languages. I got the speaker from HeyGen coming from. I'm all in because I'm like, this is the future. This is the present. This is right now. So crazy. Let's have some more fun, okay? So you're like, all right, Billy, that's cool. You know, Answer the Public gave me what to talk about. HeyGen will say the entire thing for me and put it in as many languages as I can. And mind you, all the things I'm showing you have nothing to do with being a techie. This is going to a website, right? But then how many of you, by show of hands, already have an interview, a webinar, or videos over 30 minutes? Just somewhere in your career you had that. So this next one is just efficient. And so shout out to my boy Cody who was here earlier. Clap it up for Cody. He gave this great example of like how you'll have your content, but then you want to chop it up into all these small pieces. And what's amazing about this is what if you didn't have to hire anybody at all? What if AI just did this to you immediately kind of like this.
Here's how to take one long video and turn it into multiple short videos using video.ai. Simply upload a file or paste a URL directly from YouTube. Here's my video. I'm going to copy that link, paste it in here, then click Start Import. Select which templates you want to use, then hit Continue. You can add your YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok handles to customize your videos, then hit Done. Then just wait for it to process. Once your videos are ready, you'll get an email and just click the link to access them. So from that one 49-minute video, this AI tool was able to generate 28 short videos. Find the clip you want to use.
I think it happens fast, but all success is slow. I mean, it's all the same pace as the doctor.
Then just click to edit and download. Once you're happy with the edits, just click to download the video. And there you have it. You can either download right onto your desktop or link any of your social media accounts to share directly to those platforms.
Captions, subtitles, the whole thing, done. Not the future, right now. So now for those of you who refuse to be on camera, refuse to film, refuse to edit, and that's still too difficult, which I can't imagine that, but there's another option. So this is called text to video. You guys aren't familiar, maybe you are, but text to video is exactly what it sounds like. Type in something and then a video pops out on the other side. Huh? What? Sounds confusing. Check it out.
Instantly turn text into video using video.ai. Just type in the prompt, create a video for YouTube Shorts on 3 steps to become a business coach. Keep the duration under 30 seconds, then click to generate. Here are the results.
Crack the code to becoming a successful business coach in 3 easy steps. First, build a strong foundation with a relevant degree and experience. Second, specialize by choosing a niche you're passionate about. Lastly, get certified. Professional certifications boost your credibility. Remember, success doesn't come overnight. Persistence is key. Stay tuned for more quick tips.
Instantly makes the script, the voice, the stock footage, everything. Seconds. It's like, what are we here for? Can we be replaced? Some of us, not all of us. And what if you hate video and you just want to use images to create 30 days of content? You're like, Billy, video's not my thing. I'm more of a writer. I'm kind of a meme person. Is there any way to just like bulk create content in 2 seconds with Canva? Hell yeah, there is.
Here's how to create 30 days of image content in a matter of seconds. Start by going into ChatGPT and using the prompt, write me 30 business coaching tips for restaurant owners. Click to generate. Go ahead and copy those 30, paste them into a Google Sheet, then download it as a CSV. Then using one of Canva's many templates, I'm going to use their bulk create feature. Upload the CSV, connect the data, hit continue, then generate. And now I have 30 different tips that I can post on social media.
Just let this marinate for a second. 30 days of content in 2 seconds. Your entire video is done, global, and you can do all that in 60 minutes. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. There's still a lot more stuff to show you. Okay, so yeah, that's cool. If you're too lazy to make images in Canva and you don't think their drag and drop feature is good enough, then you can technically don't have to do that either, because you can just turn text into images right inside ChatGPT now if you're using GPT-4. Here's how it works.
Here's how to turn text into image right inside of ChatGPT. First things first, make sure you are on GPT-4 and go ahead and enable the DALL-E 3 beta feature. Then you can use the tips that you generated earlier and use the prompt using DALL-E 3, create a hyper-realistic image based on the content above, and click to generate. Then in a matter of seconds, DALL-E and ChatGPT created your images.
6 seconds, full pictures, images, text, etc. Don't have to think about it. Don't have to be a master in the industry. Don't need. All you need is this presentation and to join their mastermind. You like that, Jen and Chris? That's good. Oh, it's good. It's good. 10%, 10%. So, next ups. If you hate videos, images, and memes, and you just want to focus strictly on your voice, but you're too lazy to record, or if you're like, I want to start a podcast, that's my thing, but you don't want to write the script, you don't want to invite guests, you don't even want to talk, you don't want to do but you want to have one? Just use 11 labs.
Here's how to clone your voice with 11 labs. First, upload at least 1-minute samples of your voice and make sure you're speaking loud and clear in a quiet environment. Then, start by entering your script. You can either write it yourself or use ChatGPT. Write me a 10-minute podcast script from the perspective of a business coach who is trying to help restaurant owners scale their business. Copy your script, paste it, choose your voice, then click generate.
Welcome to another episode of Business Unlocked. I'm your host, Billy, a seasoned business coach with a passion for helping entrepreneurs thrive. Today, we're diving deep into the culinary world, discussing the steps and strategies restaurant owners can employ to scale their businesses effectively.
This is crazy. I never said that, right? Like, some of you are like, I'm gonna start 10 podcasts now. It's nuts. Sure, it does pose the security questions, right? Like now, technically, my team can just use my voice, call American Express and use my black card because they'll have my voice and so they can do whatever they want. And really that was just me wanting to flex a little bit. So the next aspect is if you really want to make things interesting, instead of saying everything, this one's stupid. This one's stupid. Anybody want to be a singer? Anybody good at singing here? My guy? So I'm horrible at singing. But I'll tell you I'm gonna show you this demo, and then I'll tell you where this is going to go in the next 6 months. It's kind of happening right now. My voice is actually trash, it's horrible. But then AI came along and gave me the instant ability to sound great. And we've seen auto-tune forever, that's not new. But AI has now given us the ability to sound like anybody we want to sound like. So my vocal inspiration is probably different than your guys's, which you'll hear at the end of this video. But nonetheless, the demo is just as effective. Check it out.
Use lalas.com to change your voice into any top artist or celebrity. First, just select the voice you want to use, then upload a file. Let's go ahead and give ours a listen.
Time after time.
Then let it generate. And here you have it.
Time after time.
Now, if you'd rather just use a professional singing voice instead of a character or a celebrity, use Musify AI.
Time after time.
And imagine a library of voices. And you can sing your vocals, you can sing it how you want, and then you can instantly have it transformed into any sound you want. And the crazy part, what they're doing now is, see how I have a microphone and there's chips inside? So the next wave of this is real time. We already know that artists are lip syncing half of the time, but now they can sing like and it doesn't matter because the microphone's going to do it in real time. So is the singer important or is the entertainer important? Crazy, right? Couple things. If video is out, voice is out, and you just want to go old school and write something, let me at least give you guys some proper prompts to do so, okay? So ChatGPT, everybody uses it. Hey, write me a Facebook ad, anniversary letter, etc. The challenge with it is when most people use these programs is they say something like this: write me an ad to sell business coaching to a small business. If you put in a boring prompt, you're going to get a, and that's what it did. It gave us a boring answer. Are you a small business owner feeling overwhelmed? No one's paying attention to it. So what if we switch it up a little bit? What if we decided to give it a master prompt? You guys want that master prompt? Okay, here it is right here. Write a Facebook ad to sell a business coaching to restaurant owners who are experiencing slow weekdays and high staff turnover, right from the perspective of the restaurant customer who doesn't want their favorite restaurant to shut down. Write in a desperate and mood motivational tone in the voice of Tony Robbins. Use a call to action to book a free one-on-one strategy session. Use the parameters, no more than 10 sentences in compliance with Meta's terms and policies. Each sentence separated by an empty line and signed up as your favorite customer. Here's what it looks like. Take a picture of this. Use it, everything that you write. And you'll see it's a completely different response that we get. And just for the sake of entertainment, I decided to make it sad with a white version of me doing it. And so this is how it came out.
I'm heartbroken to see my favorite dining spot facing such tough times. Don't you see? We, your loyal customers, need you. Those empty seats on weekdays, they don't define you. High staff
Time to
turnover.
let it go, but just like that, I'm white. Wow, why are you clapping for that? She's like, yes! I'm joking. And so, Like, look, we live in this age where you don't need to be a copywriting guru. You don't need to be a marketing guru. You just need magic prompts, which you guys have. But I'm also going to give you some more. So take a picture of this. You can tell ChatGPT, you can tell Google Bard to write from the perspective of. You can tell it to write in the voice of, in the style of, in the mood of, to use these parameters, give variations, to rewrite in a similar style, in the format of a poem, an obituary, an advertisement. This time, make it funny. Simple prompts that you can use over and over again, so make sure you save them, use them. They're highly effective. Now, next, write this part down, because this is where we're going to turn the corner a little bit. Content is worthless until somebody sees it. It's worth it. My background is advertising, right? And I like advertising because when I make something, I can make people see it. So how do you solve that? I'm going to give you a very simple 3-step process that's highly effective, okay? Here it is. Step 1, make content with AI. I just showed you like 10 different ways to do that, whether it's voice, video, pictures, whatever. Second step, run social media ads to people to see that content. And then third, this one's big, ask people to buy your shit. It's very revolutionary here, okay? But let me show you an example of this in action, okay? So here's my formula in action. I spoke at another event, my friend Shanda Sumter, and it was a great event. And it was awesome. The challenge was there was 200 people in the room, which was great, but I wanted to show it to 2 million people. I wanted to be on stage in front of 2 million people. So why are we acting like we can't? Why are we acting like we can't? Take the footage of when you do your thing and then just run ads to it and sell something and make more than you spend. That's the hack. That's the formula. That's how you buy brand, positioning, etc. So this is what we did. I gave the talk. I ran some ads to the talk. I asked them to buy my course. Here's the exact advertisement. It says 13 different AI tools to make more, cut costs, and reduce time in 2023. Ready for it? Explained in 1 hour and 42 minutes. Want to know the biggest myth in marketing? That people don't have attention spans. Anybody see Titanic? Oppenheimer? The entire season of Love is Blind? In one night? Well, I thought you didn't have an attention span. I thought nobody paid attention. No, just boring will put you out of business. People have attention spans. So this is an advertisement that we actively run that is 1 hour and 42 minutes. And it crushes. We barely edited the video. It's so straightforward. It was just like, I got off stage, here's the recording, Billy. Team, let's put in some videos so they can see better, and just let it run. Nothing even crazy. And then we sent them to what? A high-level sales page that looks exactly like this. And then it did all the rest, and we made an extra $500K from that event. And that's just one example of one ad. But the biggest thing is we made those sales while I was still hanging out with my family, so I also bought time. That's the real asset. When you're consistently creating organic content, you have to work every single day. I'd rather make a couple pieces of content that are fire and then just roll my greatest hits. That's all I do. It's been my business model for 10 to 12 years. So let me show you one AI tool that just closes this out and takes it to the next level. This form on this page, it was a 2-step funnel, meaning first they give their name, email, and phone number, and then we ask for their credit card. Everybody's seen something like that before, yeah? 2-step. The challenge is not everybody who sees, or that goes to the form goes to step 2. Matter of fact, most people don't. So in that case, wouldn't it be amazing to just have your sales team call them and close them? Because they were interested, they were close, they just didn't get to the finish line. But the challenge is if you're in a state like California, to put a salesperson on salary, it's going to cost you $65,000 a year because it has to be double minimum wage. Those numbers don't work. So this stupid strategy that I just gave you to have somebody call every single lead is ridiculous, doesn't work, and the math will never math. Unless you have AI salespeople. And you pay 20 cents a minute just for talk time, and you can call everybody at the same time. Just imagine that. Imagine uploading a list of 2,000 people and calling them at the same time. Did you just buy back time? So listen to this, okay? I'll show you an example. This is Alfred, just an AI dude we made up, just sounded cool. Like this is Alfred, because he's got a British accent. Hold on. I'm gonna play this from my phone. You guys mind if I show you it? Okay, this is crazy. Here we go.
Hey, Queenie.
Yes. Yes?
It's Billie Jean's artificial intelligence, Alfred. How's life treating you, friend?
Pretty good.
That's great to hear. Billy asked me to give you a call. I apologize if there's a bit of a delay. He makes me record all the calls to make sure I don't say anything crazy. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
So it continues on for about 3.5 minutes, and Queenie buys. And I can show it, but for the sake of time, it's just crazy because when you program these things, the first aspect is script. But what's wild about it is when it goes off script, it just says whatever. And it's not perfect. It said some crazy. So for example, our whole script is like, hey, Billy called me to ask to bribe you to see if we can get you to reconsider an additional 25% off. And some lady, I think it might have been Queenie, she goes, what about 75%? And he goes, you got a deal. Never programmed him, but this motherfucker, let me tell you what else he did. So this one was crazy. The next thing he did is, I couldn't even believe it. Somebody else asked to buy, and they're like, oh, do you have a deal? And then this time he said, no, I'm sorry, I can't offer any additional discount. However, I can offer you a bonus. And the person goes, what's the bonus? And he goes, a free one-on-one with Billie Jean for 30 minutes. And here's the crazy thing. When I tell you, it was not in the script. It wasn't like on a document somewhere. It was virtually nowhere. But I got content that's all over. Who knows where it pulls from, etc. But it's just like, imagine just a rogue salesperson just giving a bonus. Like, so I called the guy and gave him the bonus, you know, like, but it's just crazy. And so, anyways, this AI stuff's exciting. And the one thing I want to kind of leave you guys with is this thought is like, one advertisement, one funnel, one signature talk can change everything for you. It doesn't have to be all this content. You might just have one really good video that gets people insight to who you are as a person, how you can help them, and that's it. It's a wrap. So content is easy, ads are easy, but putting yourself out there is hard. You guys know all this stuff. I literally showed you ways to make content the easiest way out, but putting yourself out there is hard, but I can assure you that it's worth it. I will give you my quick testimony, which is this. I started off doing these advertisements. This is my first ad that I made at my parents' house, which I was living. I made one video ad showing people basically a demo similar to what I'm showing you now, but 10 years ago. And then I asked people if they wanted to hop on a strategy call. So I ran the ad. I spent, in my head, $25 on this advertisement. And I had it linked to a credit card. I was already 30 grand in debt. And I was like, okay, let me run this 25 bucks. I woke up. I spent $638 on the ad. I cried like a because it was like, you know, I didn't have it. Like, it was just like, it was devastating. And then I looked at my cell phone at the time as a flip. I looked at my cell phone and I had 25 appointments. So I wiped the tears and I said, cool, if I can just close one of these appointments and they pay me 630 bucks, I can get out of the hole. I made $10,000 the next day. Just like that. And I never looked back. So fast story. I kept advertising, and then I got to work with some of the largest franchises in the world. This model just kept working. Orange Theory Fitness, if you guys are familiar with them, I opened up 300 of their locations with our Facebook ads. Okay, and then I just kept advertising, and I kept going. And then next thing you know, I look up. Our ads now have been seen 1.3 billion times. And we have 175,000 students in 75 countries, all from the process that I'm showing you. Then it gets even crazier. This year, I'm putting out a ton of content, putting my talk up there, specifically focused on AI. And I get a crazy phone call. The 51st largest company in the world reached out to me to do AI marketing consultant for their entire analytics department. It's called Procter & Gamble. That was my exact reaction. Yeah! Like, you know, and I play it cool, like, yeah, I'm available. Turns out one of their head dudes took our course. You never know who you're impacting. You never know who's watching. So you may have one view on the video, but what if it was Procter and Gamble? Okay? So then that happens. And I'm like, yeah, man, I come in, I killed that. And I know because they asked me to speak again. They said this was great for our analytics team in Australia and Singapore and Africa, etc. But can you do this for our marketing team too? What did I say, y'all? No. I said no. Because it's coming up on November 2nd. Singapore's time is ahead of us. To make it in time, I would have had to do what? Leave on Halloween. Now, why does that matter? Because I told you, I got my girls. I got my daughter. Got girls. But didn't plan to get choked up. It's not in this script. My daughter's already 8. This is a first. Yes. Wow. Crazy. My daughter's 8, and I'm just like, look. Whoa. First. I got 10 more summers left with her, and someone told me a long time ago, one of my mentors is how kids spell money is T-I-M-E. And I just didn't want to sacrifice a minute. So I told Procter & Gamble, hell no. I'm not missing that time with my daughter. And they said you can do it virtual. And so all the stars aligned. But I bring that up because we come to these conferences and we're so about like hustle and we want to build and we're willing to work hard. Don't do it at the expense of your family. And I don't think that's a popular conversation. So go all in your brand. It's not just money, it gives you time. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Love you. Thank you.